Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 71. 72 is what I said. Because we're actually so caught up on videos where I already have posted like 2 videos which the viewers haven't seen yet. Well, for them it won't make a damn difference because they only see it every week. So I'm kind of losing track on which episodes we are, because I'm like, the last one I uploaded was 69, and you know, I have to count up to. Yeah, and as the viewers might have noticed, occasionally my players will freeze. It's because my internet is striking occasionally, very occasionally. It's like tentatively trying to not work. It's like, but then it sees that I get mad, and then it decides, okay, no, I will chill. But it does it all the time. It's like a child that really wants sweets, but is too afraid to outright ask, so kind of passive-aggressively walks around the mom or walks around the house. And that's it. Okay, I'm going on my tangents again. Anyways, we are back. One thing that I can't actually review because I haven't now. Could have done it a couple of... Wait, no, I don't. I lied. Where is it?
No.
Oh no.
Okay, I found it.
We lost a subscriber, guys.
Oh no. What did we do?
Subscribers.
Did we lose one? Didn't, because I believe we lost one, and then we...
Yeah, I had written down that we had 18, and now we only have 17.
Yeah, that's true. We also, by the way, a point of celebration, got our first dislike.
Yes.
Yes.
That means we are now...
Haters gonna hate.
We're gonna officially... We are officially famous now. That's how it works. You get your first hater, you're famous.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there was
it on a
just...
specific video?
Yeah, of course it's on a specific video. I think it was... Like, you can't see it because of, you know, the new YouTube, which is dumb, but anyways.
Yep.
I forgot which one it was. I think episode 65 was that. One of the episodes that for some reason exploded and got like a shit ton of views, or like 2 of them got a shit ton of views.
So either 65 or 66?
Yeah, exactly, one of those got it.
Yeah.
But it also received a like, but just like, it balances itself out.
I was probably yapping too much.
Nah, I
So it
think...
was either the episode we were missing you, or it was the first episode we were missing Greg.
Aw.
Yeah, one of those.
They hated that Greg wasn't there.
They just hated that
That's the thing.
that the party
Yeah, that makes
wasn't
sense.
full. Anyways,
Yep.
I have found the
party is good.
oh my god, my internet really is doing a bad one. But anyways, I have a little surprise for you, which has been like on the horizon for like fucking years, almost years. But I can now reveal the book that I have made, not the source book. This is the other book about something that you actually aren't allowed to see. But I will give you minor spoilers now, even though you won't know anything about it. Which is a specific book I curated and made that maybe in like a year or so you can read, or maybe 2. Which has very nice artworks and a lot of lore inside of it. I will choose one page and show you guys for a quick second.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Does it say Annihilation on it?
Yes, it does say
Yeah.
Annihilation.
It
Yes, it
does. Ooh.
Let's see. Which one do you want to show? Okay, yeah. So there's an entire book that I made with all illustrations. And here's a page of it.
Yes.
Yes. Nice.
Okay,
Nice.
Not worried whatsoever. No. You look friendly.
Oh, that's just cool.
Very friendly thing.
Yeah, very friendly thing. Annihilation, very friendly words. A big lore book that I have been working on. Thank you very much. Oh my god. And that can hopefully be published at some point, but I don't know when. But before that, the actual thing that you can keep your eyes out for is the actual source book that I'm making that has to do with this world, which I can technically do with you guys, but kind of not. We'll see, you know. I might actually start posting a second campaign on this channel, which I will run with my other group, that is running the actual source book that I am going to publish.
Sick.
Yeah, so you can actually watch that. However, the only thing is it will be in German and English, because my friend's English isn't that great, so we will roleplay in English, but we will like discuss in German. So it's like very limited to German viewers. Anyways, that's all for our announcements. That's enough. We aren't here to look for that. We are here for the game, so we're gonna start off with the question of the day. Is a very simple one. Will you get the key? Starting off with none other than
Me, of course. Greg, playing Irix Spanner, the human artificer. I don't think we're gonna get the key. I don't think the key materializes for us yet. I think we're gonna talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and just leave and be completely in the dark still. I don't think we're gonna get it.
okay.
Cool. Yeah, hi, I'm Matt, playing officially now the new human wizard. Same subclass, Chronomancer. Yeah, I mean, I cast a spell. We don't get within 7 days unless we do something crazy. That I haven't thought about. I think we'll get it eventually. I don't think we'll get it now. I think we need more information. We need to go somewhere else. Maybe that cave on the map, or somewhere strange. I think it's a future quest. Unless we really think of something crazy.
Well, to be fair, your spell specified if you get the key through the normal means.
That's yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Hi, I'm Skit, and I play Isarel Leafina, or Isarel 2.0 now. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get the key this time around. I think, just like the boy said, we still have some stuff to do before. It's like a future thing. It's one of those things like when you play an RPG and you like hear mention of something, and then like later on you get to it. I think that's what's happening here. Like, we stumbled upon this and we're gonna get more info later on this. I feel like it's gonna be more towards the end game. I feel like this is part of the last big thing. Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay.
All right. I'm Felicia, playing Jade Nightlock, utilizing the new Paladin and Warlock. I feel like the key isn't in the cards for us right now because we don't want to make a deal. Although Jade is kind of tempted by what this power that this key could bring, and also not just for herself, but keeping it out of the hands of our enemies. So she's really conflicted. Like, she wants to make a deal right now, but she knows it's not in the best interest because we don't know what's going to happen. So yeah, I believe that we'll definitely be back to it because I don't think Jade's going to let it just slide.
Okay, very interesting. A unanimous decision that they will not get the key. Yeah, it was a very tricky situation you were left with, where two parties who both want something but cannot trust each other. That's basically a Cold War stalemate going on here, and there's no real solution to this. Okay. Only way to find out whether or not these players are right is to play the damn game. So let's go.
Messiah has ventured back, but the seeds have been planted, and we have all the necessary tools to finally continue our preparations, Your Holiness. So he has disappeared. How unfortunate. His contribution to our faith was quite useful. Then we shall proceed with our next step. The words of the Dead Sea Scrolls will us to embrace the chaos and the pools of blood that will be spilled as a result of it. Our next goal is hidden, but we shall find it. Old blood will lead us to war, and this time we shall not fail to collect the blood again. For now we possess the dagger and the chalice, and surely this war will suffice to satisfy it. Oh, prayer to the red moon. May your scarlet light bless us. We who follow in the rivers of blood that you spill. Bless us. Oh, scarlet moon. Bless us. Oh, scarlet moon. Bless us. And may we drink from the blood that guides us.
So we're gonna start this off as usual with a quick recap. You guys successfully got back together after killing seemingly all orcs that were kind of around this now discovered ruin that belonged to an mage of the olden days called Lazula, who you then also, through contact with a devil that has been sealed by Lazula inside of this kind of semi-built but then crumbled tower slash building, and would find out that Lazula is a she, very important, and that this devil that is currently binded to this magical circle and thusly the tower by the contract that they made with Lazula, and within that contract also they seem to be protecting some sort of key that you have heard of before. And after you've kind of dealt with all of the orcs and also the shaman who was doing some weird stuff within the chamber of the magical circle, you discovered a few tidbits of their operation, that they were also seemingly trying to get access to this key, and that is how you also discovered of the existence of this key. And after conferring with the devil, it turned out to be a more difficult task than you might have expected to get the key out of the devil, as the devil itself, his name Xil Akasa, is not allowed to reveal any details, and obviously doesn't seem to be willing, or mayhaps through contract isn't able to give you the key. And the only solution that he offered is by releasing him, he might potentially be freed from the contract, and in that way could then give you the key. But that obviously would require his release, and though he promises to form a new contract with you guys, you were skeptical since your previous experiences with, contracts with devils didn't turn out that great. And from learned experience, you decided to kind of postpone, or if ever, to make that agreement with Xil. And so you were kind of stuck here in a position where you need something, but are unable to attain it. And the only kind of hint you got from the way you could potentially get the key is that it might be an auditory cue that you have to give Xil. However, there don't seem to be any hints whatsoever within this tower that could provide you with an answer what that clue may be, or might be something completely different. Maybe you need a second key that you have to give Xil for all you know. And after a future foresight from Fiera, she got confirmed by some unknown entity, definitely not me, that they would not receive the key, at least not within the next 7 days, and as long as no one is doing some crazy shit through the normal means, kind of confirming that you would not find whatever cue or trick is needed to make Xil give you the key. And that is where we left off. So you're still within the chambers of Lazula's crumbled tower. And you all have taken a long rest. So what do you do?
I believe we had taken a moment to take care of our spells, did we? We were discussing how we could possibly seal or scrape the magical circle or something.
I don't remember. Yeah, how about we get everybody together?
Yes.
So we can't stay here longer.
Nope.
I don't think we're gonna get this unless we keep talking to him. I don't want us to make any contracts right now. But if we can, just copy everything down. And then in the future sometime, when we feel we have something to ask him, or we have a better means of getting this key, maybe we can just try to recreate the summoning. I also found the scroll that I think might be connected to bringing him about, so I'd rather just destroy this place. That way we don't have to stay here, we don't have to worry about others getting it, and we don't really need the key, we just need to make sure that this group doesn't get it. Because I am worried what the key is. If it's... I think it either deals with demonology, blighted weapon, or a blood weapon, or a weapon created by the devils. None of it sounds great. We don't really need that.
No, we don't.
We definitely don't want the others to, whoever they are, to get a hold of this, because we don't know what kind of havoc it can wreak.
It just seems that it's such a big place. Like, we can't exactly just destroy it and be done with it. Like, it's going to take a long time if we wanted to, like...
Well, this room at least,
Yeah.
right? I don't mind if they explore the other rooms, but this room in particular, with the circle, with the wall, the inscription, the sigils cannot stay here. They can't be seen by them. At least this room, we might be able to make it not worth their while.
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, we've used my cannon before to destroy stuff.
Okay, well, Jade, I think you're probably the best artist here. Do you want to take my notebook and maybe write down these sigils? Try to recreate this circle? Pentagram? Not pentagram. There's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Octagram? Is that right?
Yep.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, so I'll take like my pencil out And then, can I just use my sketchbook and then take it out and hand it to you?
Oh, yeah, that works.
Sorry, just familiarity.
Sure.
And then I'll just start going over there and I'll start sketching and trying to be as detailed as possible, not miss anything.
Okay, then for that, make a. Are you proficient with sleight of hand?
No.
Then do a dex with and add your proficiency modifier.
Before you do so, I will cast Enhance ability on you, which gives you advantage, and I choose Dex.
Awesome. And I'm going to give myself
Yes.
guidance.
Pew pew pew.
All the magics.
Yeah.
So I will just cast it here. So for 1 hour, all of your Dex is
Holy cow.
yeah.
So it's add 4 plus the 3, so
17.
Yeah.
27, not 17. All right. It just got lower. Yeah, you go and sit down and start kind of drawing these things. And obviously this is like an arcane circle. So there are, just probably from your experience with Fiera and she's studying arcane stuff, you have to be exact. Like even if you kind of quote unquote misspell one thing, could ruin the entire effect of the spell circle. So you have to work very precise. And with that in mind, you take your time to kind of first, focus and make sure that you kind of segment this octagram in different regions so you can draw it bit by bit instead of trying to draw the whole thing at once, which would just make it way too chaotic, way too disorganized, and it would be impossible to kind of follow what you have already done, and thusly preventing you from making any copying mistakes or leaving something out. So by sectioning it and your very skilled drafting skills, it takes probably around, I would say, 3 hours to do this, because you do this well. And after these 3 hours, you are very, very confident that you have not missed anything. You haven't accidentally doubled anything. It is a picturesque one-to-one copy of this arcane circle that is not only a copy, but readable and usable for anyone who would try to recreate it, which is the most important part. So while she's doing this for the next 3 hours, what are the other 3 doing? As she needs to be undisturbed, focusing on this task.
Since I hadn't had a chance to go through all the rooms and stuff in this big room, I'm gonna go just room by room and looking for anything I can find, tools, supplies, anything they might have missed, just so I can get a sense of what the rooms are like.
Okay, yeah, you can make either perception or investigation check. $16. Yeah, you walk around. I think you did briefly kind of did a overview of the room once before, but now you should kind of taking your time to look at things a bit closer. Because last time you did that, you were more focusing on the walls and kind of ignored the spatial dimension itself. And so,
I'm looking specifically in the side rooms and stuff too.
Yeah. For the most part, they seem, kind of empty. There's not much inside of them. And you notice very quickly that there definitely were things inside of them at some point. However, they were cleared. You can see dust marks and stuff like that where probably something has been covering it, but someone took it already and brought it somewhere else. In one of the rooms there seems to be a stack of barrels. Another one, there's a chair and a bookshelf that is completely emptied. Within the barrels you just find kind of alcohol and stuff like that. And in the one room, the first one you saw was the 2 doors that you could enter. They're a stack of crates, and there seemed to be a mixture of general supplies that are meant to kind of make you be able to live here for some amount of time. accompanied with some kind of studying equipment like parchment, bit of ink, and like tools to kind of almost like deciphering tools in a sense. Very similar what you guys use when you try to figure out when you've discovered something, and that is what you did. And from the notes that you guys found, you also figured out already that, you know, they were trying to decipher this, and you kind of get now a broader idea of that they were planning to spend quite some time here to figure out whatever is going on here. Other than that, it really does seem so that most of the room has already been cleared of anything that might have been here, and now you only find like the leftover goods that were presumably left by the group before you.
Yeah. As Ira like walks out of one of the rooms and just goes into the other one, Ira was like, "Oh yeah, Jade and I all read. Oh, and he's gone. Okay."
Yeah, and he walks around.
Oh, right. I thought of something and now I have a brain fart. Oh, and I closed the ND Beyond, of course, because that's what you do.
She's on a roll.
Yes. Oh, yes, I remember now. It was a question, actually, because I don't remember exactly. Had you said on the constellation map that is on the wall, like the mural and all that?
Yep.
Were there words written on it, or was it just like basically like a star map just drawn out?
Yeah, I believe you asked that last time too, and
yeah, and I'm having I'm looking at my notes and I didn't note it, which doesn't sound like me.
yeah,
but yeah,
there are no words written there. You did find out that at some points, like the name, like there's some letters and some of the celestial bodies, which then spell out Lazula, the name.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But other than that, you didn't find anything else that has some word. And you all get the gist. This room was specifically made so that if strangers come in, they don't know what it's about. That seems quite clear to you. The one oddity that you all notice, obviously, is that this room, and you've noticed it at the very beginning, but now probably because you're staying here longer and you've been talking about, or thinking about at least destroying it, that this entire room, compared to the rest of the ruins, is in quite pristine condition. There's a marble floor. The star constellation is still completely visible, even though there are like very thin scratches that have been engraved in the wall. And while because you're kind of looking at the stonework, and you already noticed from the ones when you first entered the ruins at the very top that they were magically created, so you're presuming that these walls most likely also have been magically created. But you are unsure whether they are magically being preserved, or just because this room somehow wasn't affected by whatever effects caused the other rooms to get into ruin. But these rooms do seem very kind of in very good condition.
Okay. The reason I asked that question specifically is because I want to take some time to copy down the section of the map that Isarel believes is our planet, like related to hell and like these things, specifically because she wants to have the map out of hell and all of the different moons, and the one that relates to Vivalia. Like she's trying to get like that specific little part there like sketched out because she wants to make some research about it later.
Okay, yeah. Make an, I guess, yeah, investigation check.
Okay. I will give myself guidance because I don't trust myself. Investigation. Just for funsies. Of course. Of course.
There.
Of course.
That's a 7.
It's a 1. It's a freaking 1. Let's call it as it is. It's a freaking 1. Like no amount of whatever I add to it, it's still a 1.
Yeah, a natural 1, unfortunately.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot of different star constellations, so it's easy to kind of get confused and
Yeah.
kind of go to one that you believe has like several other celestial bodies surrounding it and kind of put that in your sketchbook.
Yeah. Because I remember I had found it, and then we spoke to that big guy, and then other stuff happened, and then I went back to it, and I'm like, shoot, where was it again? Oh, it's this one. Great.
So what do we think on our way out of here? Are we gonna take time to go explore the rest of this place? Or have you guys already done that?
We've done everything that could be looked at. Some ways were blocked by like rubble, but I don't think that's worth our time.
Yeah, because
I think there's leave through the pond.
Yeah, so that was the thing. I came in through the pond. I had no idea where you guys came in through, but I saw a whole other hallway that could have been taken, and there was a bunch of doors for other rooms that were blocked with a whole bunch of rock and stuff. So,
right. I think we scoured this place enough. We do need to think what we want to do afterwards, but let's get out of here first. So yeah, we need to figure out what we want to do now. There's a couple of options, but
hopefully we don't have to fight our way out.
well, let's be careful. They might be setting more.
Was there anything on these guys that suggested they were part of like an organized group or anything?
I guess I'll look to Sarah, because I think she knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, she kind of looks up to you and she says, well, I have good reason to believe that they belong to a group operating out of Tellus. They're known as the Dark Resistance. They had tattoos that I have seen some of the members have back in Tellus. I come from Tellus, as I've already told you. So yes, I believe either they have come from there, though I also have heard that they have sister groups operating in other countries and under their commands, but it's basically the same thing.
Right, and we found a letter. It seems like Kendith Erkstein was giving them commands.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, where are we going? If we get up to the surface...
We have two options. One is less appealing than the other. There's a cave nearby. It's marked on a map we have. It says Lazarus Cave. We can go there and try to get to the end of this mystery. Or we can recoup back at Overmere.
Which is a long way away.
Currently we're kind of in the middle of Overmere and where the cave would be at. The cave is northeast, more toward What was his name? I have so many notes. Go to my blood notes here. Not Xerxes. The village where we think Xerxes originated is nearish the cave. So if we want to go keep down this trail of blood, we head there. But I'm okay to recoup too. We don't have to rush into things. We don't know who Laszlo is.
I feel like potentially this is the kind of things that Ziphagus might want to know.
That's
I
the
feel
thing
like-
too.
I feel like a key that has been binded to a devil for who knows how long, possibly hundreds of years. Like, I feel like this is something Zephygus might want to know or might already know about, but would be happy, well, not necessarily happy, but would like to know that a group is trying to get, you know? This is the kind of things that can throw the balance of powers kind of both ways. So that's like,
Right. There's another option too. If we do want to recoup, we'll have to go to Ulvermere first. And Godric as a Krenos is there. And I believe this key is connected to Adam. Specifically his dagger. And I think he would be the perfect person to ask. So we could ask him first, and if he doesn't know, then we could go to Delasals. Back to the archive.
I've got no better ideas. Wherever you go, I go. So
this is the thing where I'm like, knowing now that Candice is working, quote unquote, against us, except Zephygus, who can we trust right now?
Not many.
As we speak. So I feel like if we want to talk about things like this, can we talk to Godric knowing, you know, can we discuss of those things with him?
I think we can. I think before we do, I'll have to create the barrier. That's pretty doable. I think he'd be amenable to it. And I think we can trust him because he healed your father. We know he's on our side.
Yeah. What we can do is head over to Ovalmere, and meanwhile, I could send an animal messenger down to Zephygus.
That's a good point. Oh, would that get to him? He's such a strange individual.
I can try. I mean,
Right.
I would
honestly,
hate
I think
for
your
you.
magic has better odds.
I would hate for you to use one of your spells to contact him directly when I can sit on my bum for 10 minutes and send a message with a bird, you know?
I think that's a good start. So we finish here, go to Ulvermere, we can get a meeting with Godric, and in the meantime you can send the animal to Zephygus.
Yep.
And we go from there.
I think
Wonderful.
that's a plan that is simple enough and safe enough for right now.
Right.
We need to go step by step, and we need to cover our bases. We need to cover our asses.
Okay. Well, before we leave here, I do want to look around for a couple more things. And it seems Jade still has 2.5 hours to go. So let me look into that, and then we can get ready to destroy this place as best we can, and then leave. And yeah, I'll set my butt down. First, ritually cast wrist pocket, and I'm gonna wrist pocket away my necklace with the chrysalis in it, and then we'll cast locate object and focus on a chrysalis.
On a chrysalis, just a chrysalis, or the specific one in your...
How specific do I have to be? Because I'm okay finding any one.
It's just like 7 different pings going on.
Yeah, an object that is familiar to you.
Or like vaguely describe it, I think is one of the terms.
Yeah, because it would go to the nearest thing. So I'm just gonna think of a chrysalis that was created by the Pantheon.
Okay. Well, I think you would get a ping. I believe. Well, first of all, by in close proximity to wherever you guys left it, but the box has 8 fire chrysalises, so there's an obvious ping.
Oh,
there.
I thought that was in the bag of holding.
The box is in the bag of holding.
I say Iric took it out to investigate it, and I don't think you ever put it back.
We didn't put it back, right?
Okay.
Shove it in the bag. Shove it in the bag.
I can cast again. That's fine. Thank you. Okay,
Iric, help me. It's heavy.
I got it. Yeah, you got it.
50 freaking pounds.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna mark that slot off just so I remember. Okay.
Sorry.
Round 2. No, that's okay. That's okay.
Well,
try it again.
Yeah, round 2. Did you put yours back, Iric?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, then don't get any ping. I don't believe.
No ping. Okay.
Actually,
It's 1,000 feet, but I know this place is underground, so I don't really know how that works.
Yeah, that just works the same. But I'm thinking, I don't think any of you carry. I have to look and you usually carry stuff around. It's a chrysalis inside of there.
That's fair.
The only thing that is not identified of mine is the dragon bone. Everything else has been identified.
It's a bone.
Yeah, it's a bone.
I looked at it for like 8 hours. It was just a bone.
It's a bone. Yeah. Everything else has been checked.
Okay. Let me see.
That's boom.
Okay. You would get one from Israel.
What?
I look at Israel.
Yes.
Don't move. And I guess I'll start going closer and do like the scan of like like a
Yeah.
I'm looking for metal on a
I'm
person.
going through TSA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look up and down and you just kind of obviously check her magical items because that's where it has to be.
But yeah.
And she's also wearing an amulet. It seems
Oh shoot, my freaking amulet.
very
Oh,
familiar.
the
health
the
amulet.
health one.
But it's a very
Yeah.
Oh, there's a chrysalis in there. We didn't know that, right?
no. But you know
Interesting.
that most magic items have some sort of like residue of a chrysalis inside of them. And so there's probably like a very minor, maybe even just dust of a chrysalis imbued within the amulet. However, it is still considered an elemental chrysalis, so I would say the identify
Okay.
would work there.
Interesting. Okay, I will mark chrysalis off the list. And then I'll put my spell book into the bag of holding, and then cast locate object again for Lazarus spellbook.
a spell book.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Click there, and the pin comes out. Nothing.
Okay, had to try in case there was like a hidden one.
Hmm.
You never know.
I mean, it's worth a try.
Yeah, it's. I'm just checking. Okay.
A powerful magician of any sort would not leave
Right.
without their books, but at the same time, if
Unless they died.
yeah, that's the thing, right?
Yeah,
we don't know what happened to her.
This
have
place
no
is
idea.
unfinished. She left a devil here with a very strong contract and a way to
Yeah.
summon it. It's very
Yeah.
confusing.
It's
Okay.
it's almost it going through puberty again, sorry. It's almost as if she wanted people to find this place.
Right.
It's like everything here is completely fine, and it's easy and not easy to find this place. It's like she didn't try to hide it.
Mhm.
She didn't try to conceal it.
Yeah,
Sure,
something's happened.
It's not easy to get down to the demon, the devil part. Like, you have to be able to decipher the whole thing that we did, which took us half a session to figure out. You know, so it's somewhat protected, but it feels almost as if it's not protected enough for what it holds.
Right. She didn't finish her plans of
Yeah, it's
fully constructing this place. So.
yeah, unfinished business for sure.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
Oh yeah, we missed you, Eirik. Trying to understand that puzzle was like pulling teeth or something. We needed your brain.
Well, we found an answer. It was the wrong answer. And then we found
Yes.
another answer that could have been the answer, but it was always also wrong. We also drew a star on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Totally by accident.
That was almost correct, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, I don't really know how much help I would have been. I'm not a words guy, if you haven't noticed.
That's the thing. It wasn't a word thing. It was a visual something, you know? It was
useless.
it was a plan of something, and you draw sketches and plans of your
Mhm,
inventions.
mhm.
It's something that you would have seen and been like, oh yeah, it goes like this.
Well,
Yeah,
I was going through my own puzzle, let's put it that way.
I bet.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna send a couple messages, but then I should be ready to destroy this place and leave.
Perfect.
I'm worried they might not get out, so I'm gonna go up higher, I guess, back up above.
Okay, hold on a second. I'll sit down. Go like this. Poof. Use one of my wild shape to poof out my owl and plop
Right,
it on your shoulder. There you go.
I should probably do that with
Safeguarding.
glamour sometime, but that's fine. Thank you. Well,
Okay, so I need to mark down one of my wild shapes. Boop. Okay, good.
okay, I'll head up.
All right. You step up, and you do.
First, I'll send a message to Godric. Very simple. Our group has run into a problem. Do you have a time for a meeting tonight? We could use your advice.
Okay. Message goes out. You'll get a fairly quick response. He says,
will be difficult to arrange. I am currently in an important meeting. I'll send a message later.
Interesting. Okay. I'll then look to the owl and do one of these. And then I'll use the sending stone to send to Harold.
Okay.
And say, we hindered their plans. I found a woman from Tellus, Sarah and Seer. Does the family work with the Dark Resistance or have influence in Arbor?
The family. You know, I have to interpret what you mean with the family, but I guess I was a smart guy. You get a response. You will say, Enzir,
We're good people. All dead as far as I'm concerned. You, meaning to say, one of them is still alive, could change things here.
We're good people. I'm gonna assume that means because he thought they were all dead, not that they turned evil.
Come on, Sierra slash Kai.
I'm trying to separate the two so badly. I'm trying to think, okay, what would Fiera do? Not what do I want Sarah to do.
Don't forget, Kai is floating somewhere.
It's
we hope.
oh,
Oh.
Greg just cut off.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. Oh, he's back.
Oh, there
Hello.
he is. He's back.
Hi.
Yeah. How would I respond to that? Well, that's a tricky one. I can respond later too. I think that makes sense. Okay, I'll head back to the others and take a short rest until Jade's done.
All right. Anything else from Eirik or Isuel?
When Fiera comes back, I will ask my owl to kind of fly around like the corridors and the chambers, and to come back to me if it sees goblins or people adorning the clothes that the people that we fought were wearing. So basically, if goblins are coming, because we know they are potentially okay with us, and if anyone working with the Dark Resistance is coming, I want the owl to come back and alert me.
Okay. Then roll a perception check for the Hooter.
Yes. Perception. It doesn't have. Hold on.
Great, you chose the owl without eyes.
No, it's okay. It's just because the way it's done, it doesn't have it there. So I'm just gonna use this here. Oh no, because it's using mine. Shoot.
I think you chose a wild shape then.
Yeah, that's the thing. The wild shape uses mine, but the familiar doesn't. Oh, I just didn't look. Okay, it's good. I got it.
Okay, well, gets advantage. He does have keen senses. Overwriting
That's right.
the 2024. Took away keen senses from
We're gonna go with the. We're gonna use the 15. Yeah, we're using the 15.
Alright. Well, he's floating about. And from the first few minutes, he doesn't seem to notify you of any new living presences that are rolling the empty rune hallways. And he'll keep you updated.
So basically, that's what I'm gonna do. Like while Fiera rests and Jade is just taking care of doing the drawing and all that, I'm just gonna stay on the lookout with my little owl, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Alright. Eric.
I want to go over to Sarah and just ask her, if you don't mind me asking, your scales, do they change? Because you said that it's your lineage. So is there any sort of comparison to mine in any way? Like have they changed over time? Do you feel anything from them? Like I'm just interested.
Yeah, great that you asked. I've actually had the same question for you, since yours seem to have developed quite a bit since the last time I saw you. But with me it was quite strange. I didn't have them until like quite recently, well, compared to the rest of my life. When I grew up I didn't have them. But later I found out that my brother developed scales. But I hadn't any, and he was younger than me, and I was surprised. However, he ventured out and did his own things. And after kind of things went bad in our country, my father tasked me to go out and to find my brother, and that I should try and aid him, and that it wasn't safe I was in the city anymore, and so I did so. Narrowly escaping death, I would then, during as I was fleeing from where I came from, I got caught in a high storm while I was out in the sea. But through some miracle, I managed to survive. The only thing I remembered is that there was this lightning crack and I was falling overboard, and I was for some reason holding a lightning chrysalis. And then when I woke up the next time, all I know is that I was stranded. I was on the Azathian shore. No lightning crystals to be seen. But as I checked, I could see that my right shoulder had developed these weird scales. And I remember my father told me about them, and that our lineage goes all the way back to the Draconic ages. And since then, as I've been trying to develop these, and I was trying to get more attuned, they have been slowly growing across my right shoulder, and I've now started to develop across my both of my shoulders all the way down to my chest.
So pretty much the same pattern as mine.
Yes.
Just seems to have happened in a different way.
Yes. Well, not as developed as yours. Mine are still it's they're quite soft, or I should say they're still like premature. In some cases, yours seem to be quite hardened for the most part.
They've gotten pretty hard. Yeah, it was just, I mean, obviously what I just experienced that caused them to develop even further was a lot, so I kind of understand the speed at which they developed. But it's just it went a lot faster than I thought, especially given how the last, few months it's just been, a little bit of change here and there, little things happen. I started feeling different things, but just out of nowhere, this event happened with Tolvar, and it just, in an instant, became this. So, yeah, I just wanted to, I guess, talk to someone who knows what it feels like to have that change happen.
I'm sorry to butt into your conversation. Sarah, would you mind if I took a little bit of a look at your skills?
No, please go ahead
If you don't mind. I don't want to make you uncomfortable or anything.
No, it's fine. I think we both owe each other our lives. Don't get much closer than that.
Yeah,
she's very gentle.
I've just to be upfront, I've been, I don't want to say studying, but I've been observing Irik's skills ever since we met, and we're just trying to make sense of what's happened to him. And it's kind of interesting to see someone else with the same thing. So if you don't mind, I would just want to take a little bit of a look to that.
Yes, please. Yes, I don't mind at all. If I think you will also help me by investigating it. Never had anyone else check on them, since I was afraid to be, well,
I mean, I can totally understand. You feel like you're turning into a dragon, that's what he thought. So I can understand wanting to stay covered up. I will respectfully take a look at Sarah's scales, and I would like to compare them. Like, Isarel takes out her little notebook that she has, and she flips through her pages, and one's written down like Irik's scales progression. Just compare them to one of the first time that I really took a good look at them, which I have my notes right there. So I want to kind of compare them to that.
Make an investigation check.
Yes. And I will give myself guidance because, again, I don't trust my dice.
Fair enough.
No, that's investigation. If it wants to. It doesn't want to. Okay, let's try again.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
No way.
What does that mean?
Man, that's crazy. And you called it. You were like, I don't trust my dice. Definitely shouldn't.
I don't know what is happening. Why all of a sudden tonight I can't, my eyes don't work anymore.
Yeah, you kind of
Yep.
get you kind of look at them closer, and this happens occasionally where you just kind of zone out.
Yeah.
And you just have this weird moment where you're just staring at them, And that kind of makes Sarah feel like a bit uncomfortable. And like after a while, she's like, "Oh, okay," and then she just kind of covers herself up.
I'm so sorry. This I'm much more at ease when I'm with trees and grass and out in nature. This is so unnatural to me. I'm feeling kind of beside myself. I'm sorry. It's scales. I wish I could be more helpful right now. And I'll go sit in the corner and pout.
Yeah, as one does after 2 natural ones.
Yep. It's time to go change those dice. They don't work anymore. It's I need new dice.
Yeah. But Sarah was so kind of talk to you, I reckon. She says, well, it kind of sounds like, well, because you describe it as a very sudden development, correct?
Well, I mean, this stage of them, yes. In previous versions of them, it was kind of like a slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon the pun. I mean, it started as burn marks, like scars from an accident that happened, and then for years nothing happened with them. And then ever since I met these people, no offense, and started going through the stress and discovering different things, they began changing faster and faster, becoming more scale-like, and then the whole dragon thing happened, and boom.
Yes, it's interesting, because the only thing I really notice is, like, observing from both your experience and mine, is because you say prior to encountering these very lovely people, you have not experienced such quick development. But I'm also assuming prior to meeting them, your life was, well, not put into grave danger, I presume.
I specifically made sure to not put myself in grave danger.
Might actually have something to do with that, if that's the only correlation we have here, because I also, in moments of great distress, I also felt like the development of my scales kind of increased, and it also felt like, because I was using the powers more to, defend myself and such, it's like I'm, more frequently tapping into whatever is now residing within me. And that's mayhaps you've reached like a certain threshold that caused, like, pardon the word, but maybe like an awakening.
I mean, that's, yeah, I see no other reason to doubt that. All of a sudden I was alone, and when you guys went off and did your thing, I was attacked by some poison dart thing, and I was alone. I hate that. I hate being alone. So that was probably the catalyst in that sense.
Maybe you were also close to death, because last thing I remember is you were out in the high storm. You could have easily died. Couldn't move.
Yeah, I mean, I luckily was protected by the goblins, so I wasn't in the high storm itself, although I was in the high storm, if you put it another way. Yeah, I didn't suffer the high storm specifically, but yeah, just the pure stress of being close to death, seeing death happen many times in front of me.
Yes. I think maybe being so in such close proximity to death maybe allows us to kind of attune even greater with whatever is, well, residing within us. Seems like also in great moments of danger, like what happened to us outside when we failed, I also felt like a sudden surge in power kind of coursing through that I've never felt before. And it only comes in these rare moments where you believe it's either, do or die.
Have you spoken to anyone through this power?
No, I've never made such developments.
Because I'll be honest, the last little while, I've kind of come to realize that I needed someone or something to speak to sort of ground myself again. The going through everything that we've been through caused a lot of excess stress that I hadn't been used to, and meeting Isorel, seeing how she interacted with Servalon, and I started realizing that reaching out to somebody would have been maybe a way to kind of calm myself. I don't know if over time the attempts at reaching out kind of opened up that pathway. Not that I love what's happened to me right now. I don't necessarily enjoy the fact that I've spoken to an ancient dragon. But maybe if you're trying to figure out more, I don't know, spend some actual quality time, and instead of just harnessing the power, harness the origin of it.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I've been neglecting that part for the most part. That was my initial goal, since it's so deeply rooted with my bloodline. But then I kind of went on this large detour where I was, trying to understand the power, not where it came from. So I think maybe you're right. Maybe I should consider reaching out more in a spiritual sense and not just unleashing this power aimlessly. Thank you, Eric. That's really helpful.
I mean, I have no idea how many other people out there are like us. I mean, obviously you have a little bit of family who might have some experience, but...
Well, fortunately I'm the last one coming from there.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. Oh, it's these people's fault, so glad we took care of them. But yes, we're definitely few and far between. That's for sure.
I just hope you don't have to speak to Tolvar like me. It's not a fun experience. I hope whatever you tap into is a little bit more normal.
Well, I don't expect much normality coming from ancient powers that reside within long lost decades of blood, but at least I'm prepared if an interaction will occur that it might be a bit uncomfortable.
You might see some things, might do some things that you're not proud of or happy about, so fair warning.
I shall take that advice to heart. Thank you. She kind of walks to one corner, and then you see her start to somewhat meditate, kind of taking your advice truly to heart and attempting something there. And with that, as you're all somewhat occupied and doing something, unless Ivor, you want to do something after this conversation, no. We can say that Jade finally finishes her very meticulous drawing of this arcane circle. Actually, I will allow you to make an Arcana check, Jade, since while drawing you might have kind of gotten a better understanding of the thing itself, which kind of makes sense.
Ooh. Here we go.
All right, let's see. Sorry, it's loading.
Things seem to be slow today. That's okay.
I'm gonna give myself guidance.
Right?
Oh.
A real good drawing, though.
Yeah. You was more focused on the drawing part, so any other distraction you kind of left out of your mind. So you specifically focused on not trying to understand how this works, because this might have meddled with your drawing procedure. So yeah, it's a circle. It has runes, magical. Meh. It looks nice though.
I'd be like, Fiera, does this look good?
Better than I could have done by a landslide. So well done.
Thank you.
And then between the two of us, can we figure out the words that were said to summon him? And write those down too, like the angel chains and the Asmodeus contract, and come to my beckoning, Zillik Akasa, that like paragraph.
Like the writing that was on the floor?
Isn't that what came up when we did the ritual? Because we did the ritual, there was like a pillar of like energy, and then the words showed up, right?
Yes, it's on the yeah. Fiera was referring
Or
to
are you talking about the stuff that was on the wall?
No.
I thought the like quiz was on the wall, not the quiz, the puzzle.
Yeah. The problem is we have it in our thing. I don't know if Jade would remember enough of it to be able to write it down.
Yeah, I don't think so.
What about Fiera though? Because probably not the first time, but I think the second time she would have at least tried to remember it, knowing that we keep doing this over and over again.
Wow, Jade, what? Did you hear it? Oh, well, you had tongues on.
I had tongues.
Okay. I was make a history check. The DC 18.
Guidance.
Thank you. History.
I'll see.
Right, my sheet looks a little different. There it is. Come on, brain.
Oof.
And my chronal shifting. What else are we gonna do today? So I will chronal shift unless somebody tries to stop me.
Well, I mean, you do have your guidance, so.
I don't think that'll get me to 18.
Yeah, I don't think so.
3 is pretty good. Okay, yeah, I'll chronal shift. Specifically, try to replay that moment in my head.
Oof.
Wow.
16.
Wow.
2 off.
Could Fiera get a little bit advantage if I'm like trying to go through what I remember?
Oh, you trying to help her? Yeah, sure. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, well, I'm nice. But usually if you chrono shift, like, you have to use that roll.
Mm-hmm.
But I allow it.
Okay. We're spending time doing this.
Yes.
More time than we should. Okay, I'll just do one more roll then. There we go. We got to 18. Oh my god.
Yeah, you kind of
24. Okay.
Yeah, you both had like different halves of the thing memorized, and that's why you were like kind of but then when you kind of exchange, you get the full word out. No, in Jade, in your
And we're probably trying to go from infernal to common, which is probably rough.
yeah, exactly. Because Jade, you only remembered in Infernal,
Yeah.
and Fiora was kind of doing it in common, and then you memorized like, wait, actually, I can just translate what Fiora was saying into Infernal, and then you have the other half, so you're able to transfer.
So I'll write it in like beautiful infernal, and then I'll write it right below it in like calligraphy level common.
Yep. Calligraphy.
I mean,
level
I gotta
common.
keep my beautiful piece like perfect.
I do have to ask, how did you learn to draw and write like this? Because aren't you a soldier? I guess all we know about you is that you were at the ravine and you battled things that were mean there. But you have insanely good handwriting.
Well, I mean, I wasn't always a soldier. I mean, I was a kid at one time, and my grandma used to have me practicing my words, and you have to be precise, and it's just something that I kind of picked up. And then after everything that happened, I kept practicing and wanted to just keep track of everything that happened to me. So just practice.
And what do you mean by after what happened?
When the dragon attacked?
Through gritted teeth, I just say, yeah.
I see.
It's my way of keeping family memories alive.
Well, that's a pretty good way. Okay, are we ready to demolish this place and get out of here?
Are we sure to, like, blowing it up in any capacity is actually going to destroy this?
I want to, again, that was my plan. I just want to shoot it back again. I want to go for the sigil themselves and make sure to break the arcana link that links them between each other, to make sure that someone can't do it again, you know? A little bit of a mix of dispelling the magic and erasing the traces so that they can't, you know, do it again is probably going to be the best bet.
Fair. I do feel kind of bad because I told him that we would talk to him again in the morning, and it's morning.
He doesn't need to know.
He's not gonna care.
He doesn't need to know.
He's not gonna care.
Yeah.
Okay, he's like, at least I have your word on that, and I respect that.
Do you wanna say goodbye to him before we leave?
Okay, we don't need to say goodbye to a devil.
I mean,
We'll summon him again. It won't be too long. We'll find out more information.
We'll just make up a fib. We got ambushed or something.
well, no, we don't
Right.
need to fib. We just need to tell him, like, hey, by the way, we're just gonna take a little bit more time, but we'll be in touch. Peace out. You know.
We'll figure it out. But I don't like just like giving my word and then not following through with it.
You're the type to message back after the first date?
I did the second one. It was the second date, yeah.
If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it.
Okay. Okay. I'm not
And my
going to be in there
training
this
does
time.
not- my training does not allow for much dates.
It was a joke.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
If you really want to, fine.
No, it's fine. We really do need to get out of here.
Okay. We probably do have the means to summon them again when we need to. So. Okay, can I take a look at them, see if we can just blast them apart, specifically the sigils and the writing on the wall, or do we have to like do the dispelling and then blasting combination? What's the best way to destroy this stuff?
Yeah, you can make an Arcana. Yeah.
Okay. I will not do Arcana anytime happily.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, new wizard thing. Expertise in Arcana.
Yeah, so as you kind of get closer to inspect that, you notice one thing, which I will reveal after the break, because I really have to pee. Yeah, we're gonna be back in a quick second. Bye. Jesus, I gotta pee so bad. And we are back. I'm gonna jump right. Please like and subscribe. Ah, fuck, I didn't say it. I didn't say it in the beginning. It's the most important time. Anyways, Fiera, you get closer to inspect the runes. The first thing you have to do is, as you remember, the runes only light up when you do detect magic. They're invisible if you use your normal naked eyesight.
Sure.
Similar to the text on the wall is also only visible when you do detect magic. So you do that, kind of go through the motions of your wizardly thing, and you notice with a 30 insane number, two things, or two important things, is this is an incredibly intricate and complex arcane circle that is being placed here, that is extremely powerful. Each rune itself is like the equivalent of like an 8th level spell. And as you investigate it further, it is combined with another spell that was hidden underneath the original spell that would damage anyone who would attempt to try and get rid of it. And it is an extremely potent spell on top of that that would retaliate on anyone trying to get rid of it. So you can see there has been like expert measures of a extremely high level wizard, which you now definitely can confirm, that's placed this warded area here. It is possible to kind of try and get rid of it, however extremely difficult. And you now just kind of, as you like trying to understand the intricate kind of magical weaving that is being done here, you only now realize what an insane spell that is keeping Xil kind of trapped inside of here. And you now also realizes he isn't in hell. She brought him out of hell and traps him in a demi-plane that gets summoned every time you do the summoning circle.
Oh, interesting. I thought he was summoning from hell each time. Oof. Oh boy. So we almost helped Ixor.
Yeah, we almost did. Unknowingly.
I'll probably talk out loud as I'm going through all this stuff. Interesting. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, maybe let's destroy. Do I think that the hidden spell that harms those who try to destroy it is also laced in the writing on the wall?
No. You actually don't think you can confirm the circle is its own thing. The writing on the wall is also its separate thing.
Okay.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any connection at all.
So maybe we just make it more difficult to summon him by. We could take care of the mural, make sure they can't read it, and figure out what is used to summon him, and then make sure we leave nothing behind as for hints of what we did. That is probably the safest way to go. And we could also leave a warning behind. I'm sure Jake could think of something of like, Fate Beavers were here, keep doing bad things, we'll come back and take care of you. Something simple.
How big is the writing on the mural?
Pretty big. It like covers like a large portion of the wall.
Okay, so it's not medium size.
No, no, definitely not.
Okay. Okay.
It's infernal. They know it's infernal.
Because I could blow 2 of my spells to stone shape the mural into something else.
Yes, so I would say, yeah, I could do the same actually.
Oh, so we could each take a section of the wall and just shape it into something else.
Yeah, if that works.
I think that's a pretty good compromise.
In that case, what do we want to shape it into to send a strong message? 2 middle fingers?
Just a giant Fate Weaver symbol.
Oh, with our sigil in the middle.
Actually, I think that I actually can't do that.
Okay, I will blow 2 of my stone shapes, and I will shape the mural into a giant Fate Weaver ensign with our sigil in the middle.
I could create like a wall that maybe vaguely looks like a middle finger in front of it, but that's.
I feel like the Fate Weaver sign is going to be a strong message.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah. So it's a touch action. So I'll just like gauge myself about half of the mural here and like start working on that. And then once I'm done with that first part, I'm just gonna move to the other section, concentrate again, and then just do the other section so that we have a perfectly formed symbol of the Fate Weavers instead of the mural. And I've just blown 2 4th level spells. Yeah.
I think that's okay.
All right. Yeah, as you do that, you actually feel a bit of resistance coming from the stone itself, almost as if it's like some arcane aura still resides within it to preserve its shape. However, your 4th level spell and your own magical potency kind of overrides whatever magic has been written on there, and you're able to kind of deform it in the way you like to, and you can then see that as you're forming it, that yes, the nature of the wall changes and reshapes into the symbol of the Fate Weavers. And kind of Fiera probably just taking an eye out with her detect magic to see whether or not the words kind of get misshapen as well. And indeed, it actually breaks the kind of arcana there, as the magical wall loses its innate kind of magic that it had through breaking its shape. Probably some sort of arcane conduit was going through the entire wall, preserving its shape, and as that's kind of broken, the entire spell got kind of broken as well, and the kind of lettering and the words just disappear completely, leaving nothing behind other than now the stone-shaped wall in the symbol of the Fate Weavers.
And you see in the bottom of the symbol, like right under it, There's a tiny middle finger.
Good touch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, that is what. Okay, that makes sense. The fate of all Fate Weavers comes from a
Yep.
middle finger.
Yep. Pretty much, yep.
Okay. Do you do now?
Okay. I'm ready to leave.
Yeah. Me too.
Eric, can you do your goggles once we leave?
For what?
'Cause for him.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
people
yes,
listen on
yes,
us?
yes. Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, we're safe in here, but once we leave, it would be nice to know if he's checking in.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, yeah, let's head outside.
Alrighty. Then one by one, you all march out. As you get to the portion where you return back into the natural cavern space that is kind of merged together with the ruins, Sarah will actually use stone wool to kind of close up the entrance that leads to the room you're just exiting, just as another safety precaution and to make it even more difficult for anyone else trying to get inside of there. As she does that, and you'll kind of go back the way. Actually, the first time for Icewell, Jade, and Sarah, since you never knew how you got inside of here. As you get to this longer stretch and then reach a flight of stairs that lead up that kind of is very unstable since it also merges with the natural terrain. And it's very wet, there's still water dripping down, and you have to mind your step and get up. And Fiera, you have already discovered how to exit, as there's this protruding stone that you have to push in. And a big stone door makes way for the outside, and you can see that there is still darkness, but a bluish tint of light going through as it's been casted through the water. As you step outside, there's this small air bubble where like two people can like somewhat find in, as the kind of surrounding spell's been activated to go down here. But as you all kind of go down, some of you have to sacrifice the dryness and step into the water, and as soon as the kind of door shuts again, you also now see for the first time that the kind of immovable rod kind of vanishes from the statue itself and then reappear from where it came from as the door shuts itself, and the air bubble with that also disappears, and you're submerged within this lake and have to kind of swim out to the shore. And reaching back where all of the terrors have happened yesterday. Well,
Is there any reason to not take the immovable rod?
I feel like it's tethered here, but we can try to untether it. That would make it harder to go inside. I can't hold my breath that long, though. Actually, how does holding breath work? Maybe I can.
I could wild shape into something in the water.
you gotta hold your breath really long, Fiera. It's constitution based. I think it's 1
okay.
plus constitution modifier, so 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's take a look. If we can take it, that'd be great.
I mean, I don't want to do something that might like.
I mean, if there's another trap, is my only worry. This person was. Yeah. We'll take it easy. So let's do detect magic again. Take 10 minutes, and then sploosh. and try to figure out if there's a way to take the rod without triggering anything, without it going back, you know?
Yeah, you could make another Arcana check. Let's see how the Arcana works. 32.
Holy shit.
God dang. Knowing all of that magic.
Here's learn some things.
Yeah.
And it's not even a freaking nat 20. That's even worse.
It's nat 19.
Nope.
But gets you the same as the nat 20. Yeah, you've seen very obvious arcane from two places, from the angel statue and from the immovable rod. However, you investigated further because, you know, somehow the rod had to return back to the place it came from, and it seemed to have teleported there. And as you kind of detach the rod, you can see that at the bottom where the rod was kind of placed inside of, there's a small, almost like a keyhole that fits exactly to the bottom edge of the movable rods. And as you look over to the angel statue, down in where the two wings are kind of holding each other, there seems to be a similar keyhole, and there are arcane runes or magics placed in both of them, so your subtle detect magic is able to kind of pick off of them, that makes it go to these places. So if you touch the stone, it will get summoned into the angel statue, so the door opens, and after a certain amount of time it will return always back to where it's originally placed. So, yes, if you take the immovable rod and detach it completely, the stone door will always be open, basically. It is by putting the immovable rod back into its original place that keeps it shut. That's how the mechanism works.
Always be open. Oh, I did the last puzzle, Eirik, wonderfully. No problems. This was all yours.
I mean, I don't have like changing magic ability. Like I can't dispel or like change how the spell works. So it was just a thought. It seems pretty simple as a thought, I'll be honest, but if we can't, we can't. It was just a passing consideration.
Trying to think if I can replicate it. That only lasts 24 hours. That doesn't help. Okay. When I look at so when they match, that means they have matching sigils. Can I copy that onto something, or would I need? I guess how would I copy that onto something? All I have is like ink.
And it's a 3D sigil, basically, because it's like a key lock. So it's not just written down, it's like that the form places perfectly inside of there.
Yeah, it's not worth it, Fiora. It was just...
I mean, it would have been a nice tool, but... Okay. Yeah, let's just leave. I think that's fair.
And as you all make your way outside, first thing you notice, other than, you know, investigating this trap is, especially as you now come out wet, is that it's extremely cold. There's a bit of light kind of shining through from the still rising sun. The astral vestige is at its height currently. Well, no, it's more like its end. It's like presumably 9:30, kind of reaching 10 a.m. But it is pretty cold compared to when you first went here, and the valley itself catches wind quite heavily as well, which just kind of cools your body temperatures down even further. The kind of fresh air makes your nostrils get really dry and your lips start to dry out too. It's like around between like 5 and 10 degrees Celsius, which would be like 30 to 40 Fahrenheit. And being wet on top of that makes it quite the shivering business as you exit.
Does winter come here?
Well,
Does it?
no, it's like dependent on the high storm. Like, if a winter high storm passes by,
Ah.
it will be extremely cold. Or
Right, I was freezing to death the other night. Hard to
Yeah.
forget.
Yeah, same here. It was pretty cold.
It was awful. Yes. Okay, that's fair. So we want to go to Overmere?
I mean, we're probably going to want to figure out a way to dry off and warm up, because...
Oh, I can make a fire.
I just start waving my hand and drying everybody's clothes with prestidigitation.
Okay, because, it's not going to travel well if we're soaking wet and freezing.
oh, thank you very much. Any trick?
Mm-hmm.
So you all kind of get dried up. Still cold though, but definitely hypothermia has now been delayed for like 5 hours.
I'll just produce flame into my hands.
Yeah.
And
Well,
just
I guess
approach it next to Eirik. Here. Warm up.
Oh, I mean, thanks. All the flame things that I can do are very damaging.
Yeah. I'm literally just holding a tiny purple fire in my hands and I'm just going around letting people warm up. It literally says a flickering flame appears in your hand and remains there for the duration. So I have a tiny fire in my hands and I'm just like, here, warm up. Warm up.
literally handy. So do we want to travel quickly or on foot?
Well, first of all, let's see if I can spot anything, and I'll drop the goggles down and use a slot for see invisibility.
Alright, make a perception check. 25. Looking around, scanning the area, maybe even for potential unwanted visitors. But the coast seems clear. You don't see any weird floating things around you, and you also don't see any orcs hiding behind cliffs or crevices. However, you do see that the weather is still a bit uneasy, even past the clearing of a high storm, which is decently rare. Usually a high storm clears any like upcoming storms, but it is not uncommon, or like super uncommon, that sometimes there's like a kind of turbulent winds that still follow the high storm, and it seems like its tail has caught some of that, and you might be expecting like a somewhat of a decent thunderstorm in maybe the next couple of hours or so.
All right, well, we should be okay for now, and that'll stay up for an hour or so. As we're going, I'll just be able to keep track.
Well, that's good. Yeah, looking at the map, that cave's farther than I thought it was. Okay, so just to remind everyone, I'll share. Laz's cave is just north of Undorn, and I believe Undorn was the spot where Xerxes Kivith's origins are. They're both in Canaan, which is interesting. We also found a note that there's a legion somewhere near the border, but I'm not sure which border that would be. We know of a legion to the northwest that's going against Colas and Azathia. And we know of the Unholy Legion, but... Okay. I guess quicker walk. Because I can just teleport us there. But if you want to save resources, we can walk. Doesn't matter to me.
I'm fine with walking. But at the same time, walking is also dangerous, depending on how long we're gonna be out before we get somewhere safe.
Are we
Right.
are we scared that
Yes.
are we scared of Candace knowing where we are? I could possibly try to take a peek at what he's doing.
Ooh.
I feel like that's risky. You might have like some sort of like knowledge that you're trying to look.
If I create a barrier, we can do it pretty safely. God, let me read the spell here. I just got it. If I can keep you safe, I think that will be okay. Let's see. For security, it provides. Can't appear inside. Okay, and we can't be targeted. Okay, I can keep you safe from him if we want to look in on him.
Okay. Maybe not now, but I mean,
We could do it tonight.
yeah, we could do it tonight just to see what he's up to. And I'm also interested in knowing what what's his name, fuckface, Kronberg is doing.
Oh, I'm kind of interested in that as well.
Yes, but that can wait a little bit. I think we have more pressing matters for now, but that is something that I'm very curious about now that we have the means to spy on people.
Okay, I guess how long do I think it'll take us to get to Overmere on foot? Is that like a day?
To Overmere will take you the better part of 2.5 to 3 days.
Okay, we're teleporting.
Well, that was a fast decision.
Yeah, I think I have.
Save the resources to the 3 days walk. You know what?
One spell is fine. I can teleport us at least a couple times. I'll have to restock eventually. I have 5 teleports. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I guess I'll pretend or start casting it. The ring appears around me, and through the course of I think a minute. I think it's pretty fast. I've cast this a lot. Yeah, 1 minute. So near the end of the minute, when I finally have all the sigils kind of flying around me, I'll say, okay, 1 trip to the embassy. Everybody step in.
I have to think if Sarah would go with you.
Oh, I'll do the side pass.
She will kind of say, "Oh, I will roll for this." Okay, she won't say anything, and she will just join you.
Oh.
As she steps with you inside of the circle, as you all.
Isarel's going to extend her hand towards Eirik. Come on, let's go.
You get instantly swept away and appear in the embassy within Ovalmir. Once again, surrounded now by a safer interior, and as you do so, you can see the kind of small chamber that is still the kind of teleportation chamber in which the teleportation circle was drawn inside of. And I presume you would all immediately leave. You can see Sarah's kind of like, whew. Oh, wow. I
Yeah.
don't know what I expected, but this is wow, something. And she kind of like
You're
stumbles
telling
around.
me.
Yeah, it definitely is. And you all kind of walk out. I guess I can just put you also on this map now to get Ovalmia.
Oh,
Oh, it's tiny. What the heck? There we go.
yep. I had zoomed out and it was tiny like this in the corner.
Mhm.
Yeah, the other one for some
I
reason.
finally get a look at it. I'm kind of excited.
Oh yeah, you weren't with us.
Oh wait,
No,
really?
yeah.
You've never seen the map?
No.
No, Arya was dead the first time.
Mhm.
We went to Ovalmere, and then the second time, Felicia wasn't there for the session, so she's never been to Ovalmere.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize. Well, welcome, I guess.
Well, it's the first. It's exciting.
It's a
A
nice
new
city.
place.
Yes. So you kind of get out of the Greenwood Embassy. So walking out there, you can see there's one of the retainers who kind of greets you. A young, seems to be like half-elven boy with freckles, short, cut brown hair, kept quite well with a white shirt and green vest over it, and kind of asked, "Oh, greetings! Wasn't expecting anyone today. How may I help you? Do you need to be guided somewhere?"
I guess not particularly. If I may ask though, is there something going on with the city? I heard there might be an emergency.
Emergency in the city? No, not as.
I think it's outside the city, but nearby.
No. That we have heard. High storm was recently passed. I think there shouldn't be any demonic threats for at least the next 4 days.
Okay, well, I guess that's good news.
I'm gonna get a better read on that guy. Does he seem to genuinely think there's nothing going on, or is he trying to deceive us?
Okay, we can say Jay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interrogate the first person we find.
Yeah, the
Much
retainer.
better.
You pierce into his soul, and he hasn't heard of any news that specifically in like the city doesn't seem to be in any sort of threat, and he seems like somewhat worried now that you mention. It's like, does he not know something that you know? It's like, okay,
Yes.
people that come from the embassy saying, is the city okay? And you get immediately, is it, sir, is everything all right, milady?
I believe so. Troubling times, you know. I heard about what is happening in Souvenir. I'm just making sure it's safe here.
Oh, well, yes, a lot is going on in the south, that is for sure.
Right. Okay. Well, we should be fine. I believe there's a shop. Was it called the Minor Magics shop? I was trying to remember for a long time. So I did not write notes for that session.
Yeah, well, let me see what it's. Yes, it is called Minor Magics. You know what?
I actually remember. Thank God.
You get an inspiration for that because holy shit.
I already have it.
Ah!
You
Ah!
can transfer.
Oh, you can.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, you can.
I have one.
I get one every day.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
got one.
Oh, wait. Heroic inspiration. Dun.
Bum.
Oh, okay, so no one. You all have inspiration?
No, I don't. I don't.
Yeah, I'll pass it on to her if I can.
Yeah, you can. That's what the
Okay.
fate.
We have the Fate Weavers.
Fate Weaver
Take it.
can.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'll ask for the quickest way there from the embassy.
Quickest way to the embassy. Oh, from the
Oh,
embassy.
the embassy.
Yeah, also.
Yes, because I need to go to that shop before we do anything.
Okay. Yep. Du-du-du-du-du. He kind of just quickly ushers you to the Forest Heart Market Plaza, and you are brought within the kind of somewhat eccentric but smaller but tall magic store from the high elven individual that you have met here last time. He kind of greets you. Ah! Hello! I see you have returned.
I immediately look around the store. Is the light device in here?
Yes, it is still there.
I go up to it like it's Christmas Day. I need this. You have no idea. I almost died because I didn't have it. They almost died because I didn't. I need this, please.
Yes, of course. I told you that these things, light is an invaluable resource.
I had no idea.
Now you know. Maybe next time you can listen to my advice.
Wait, can you remind me your name? I was distant last time. In another place.
Of course.
Hard to describe.
The name's Olwen Anfinger.
I'm not gonna try that last name. Wow. Okay. I was. Yeah. I would never get that.
Oh, I was very, very wrong for the last name. I had the first name correct, but the last name
yeah,
I was.
Oh yeah, and I'm playing him completely wrong. He wasn't like overconfident. That was the other guy. He was like a younger high elf who was shy. Ah. Excuse me.
What's the name of the shop?
Minor Magics.
Mm-hmm.
And he will say, yes, well, I'm glad to hear it's become to your attention that this is such a useful item. I know many travelers favor this, actually. That's why I try to keep them in stock as much as possible.
Well, I can't wait to use it. I guess while we're here, anything new or?
Well, still have my usual stock. Yeah, I have the two special rings, if you remember from last time. One of them quite valuable, especially nowadays. If you're traveling outside a lot, it gives you a bit an edge on the necrotic properties of the demonic creatures. Makes you a bit more resilient against those. Other one that I have made in collaboration with one of my friends who's more attuned to nature and zoology. It allows you to kind of influence animals. Then I have a cult classic, the rod that does not move no matter what you do with it. And I have this necklace that have been imbued with greater magics that produce a lot of force when casted or used upon.
I don't know if I remember that one. But I don't think I do. Can I look at the necklace?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go over to it and. Oh, I don't have that prepared. Shoot. Eirik? Casper, I'm looking at this to you. It's gonna take me 10 minutes.
Hang on. Yeah, I mean my goggles are I have my 1 charge of identify.
Do you mind?
I'll look to the keep and say, "Do you mind?"
Well, it depends on what it is. Assuming you just wish to know the nature.
Yeah, just curious and wanting to look at all the information we can get out of it.
All right. I mean, I can also just tell you. I mean, that's why I'm trying to sell this. So.
Well, sell away.
Well, a specially created magic that uses force properties. So can take one of these beads and throw them. What they do is they kind of explode on impact and then create a small spherical sphere of force that kind of can encapsulate or push away creatures that was in the area.
Tempting. I couldn't already do that though. How long does the sphere last?
It's that's a damn good question. Doesn't say. 1 minute.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of like resilient sphere. Okay. Okay, maybe next time. Well, I'm happy with the drift globe. You don't do potions, do you?
Oh, I do. I have currently in stock 5 healing potions. And 1. Yes, it's a potion of flying.
How much for all 5 healing potions?
That would be. Let me get out my calculator. Takes out a modern phone.
Yeah.
What
is that?
it's one of these special magical devices we.
Sure.
That would go 350 gold.
Oh. I could take care of it this time. Okay, I'll take the drift globe and the healing potions. No problem.
Alright, that would be a total of 1,200 then.
Okay, it's not bad. That's 120 platinum,
Yes,
right?
yep.
Okay.
Was just
Boom, boom, boom.
track 10.
Potions. Okay, wonderful. We are set. I feel a lot more comfortable. I guess while we have you here, do you mind looking at something we've been trying to figure out?
Yes, well, I offer my services against a small amount of coin.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Jade, do you mind showing him the horn, specifically the rune that's in it? Maybe he has a better idea what it does.
Sure. I just take it and hand it to him.
Alright. Oh, this
It's confusing, but we were given that as a gift, but we didn't know that there was a sigil placed inside. All we know is that it dampens something or lessens something.
Alright. Touches it and, it's warm to the touch. It can... Looks at it at first with a bit of unease, just because, the presence of a devil horn still radiates some sort of that infernal energy. I say, well, for this, 25 gold, and I will do my best.
I give him 50.
Oh, thank you very much. I will try and do more than my best.
Yep. And please be careful.
Alright, how about I will quickly take this into my more secure chamber. That's alright with you?
Sure.
It kind of goes to the back.
Okay. While he's back there, I'll give you each one of the potions of healing. So I'll have 2. You can each have 1. Just to keep us safe.
Alright, write that down, people. The next time someone forgets something, we assume it dropped out of your backpack.
It's called a globe, right?
Yes,
Drift
it drift
globe,
globe.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Sangria had one of those.
You're muted, Skid.
Oh, sorry.
Um.
I said one of what?
A potion of healing.
Oh, oh, my light wasn't on. Like around 5 minutes or so, he returns and he says, well, it's quite the item you have here.
Yeah.
I guess truly your adventures have taken you some far places. But I can't really quite decipher the nature of this rune specifically. Yeah, all I know is allows you to gain the knowledge to speak the infernal tongue, and allows you to, well, with the right amount of sacrifice. It kind of looks concerned over your group. Summon such a being from these realms.
Right. Right. Like I said, it was a strange gift to give us. We're just trying to figure out its full capabilities.
Well,
We're also mostly trying to figure out if using it for its secondary use of knowing infernal is going to basically suck our soul or something along those lines. You know, we're just trying to cover our bases, that we're not just walking into a trap with such an item.
Mm-hmm.
yes. Well, I most definitely myself would also be quite concerned traveling with such an artifact. But yeah, I'm sorry, these runes are very distinctively different from the magics we use here in our store. Well, in our
That
realm in
makes sense.
general, I've never seen such a writing. Has semblances with old Draconic. I can recognize some of those patterns, but other than that, I don't see. Yeah, I unfortunately can't decipher it. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, we'll keep looking.
All right. If for small additional price, I can see if this item has any larger connections within our or its given world.
As in,
like if it's a notable artifact, they usually carry a lot of history behind it, and by deciphering kind of the residue of weave, I can uncover some of that knowledge of maybe who it belonged to, who wielded it, what powers it
Well,
may have.
I earned
held.
it.
we know who it belonged to. I guess we don't know much about them.
Just to clarify, this only works if it has been in contact with very potent magic, as the prince of big potent magic is only left behind on artifacts of great historical value.
I guess I wouldn't mind learning more. What about you, Jade? You're the one that, I guess, holds it.
I mean, I feel fine, but I know you're nervous, and
A little bit.
so to ease your worries, I mean, that's fine.
Okay. How much?
Well, this would be it would have been 250, but for you, just do 200 gold, since you've been so kind to me.
Done.
Thank you very much. And just once again, explanation, since I get a lot of people who sometimes are unsatisfied. Just if it doesn't have any connections that have any big impacts, I might also, one of the chances is not find anything out at all. Just so
You think there's a chance, though?
yes,
right?
I mean, just from its origins, I would hope to believe it took root in some great historical events.
Right. Okay, yeah, give it a shot.
All right.
While he's gone, I'll turn to the others. So Godric mentioned that some important meetings going on. He'll reach out when he has time, but trying to meet us will be difficult at the moment. So I'd say maybe a day or two we spend here. Then after that, we can maybe just head back to Delos Solis, but it will have to be on foot. Or horse. I don't really want to take horse though.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't have anything pushing us out again, if you're confident that you're actually going to get back in contact with Godric.
Like I said, I think we just give him a day or two. If he's too busy, then that's just how it goes. But I think at the archive, we can at least expect more answers.
As usual. Did Godric sound concerned?
I have to remember how he sounded. For someone of his experience, especially with what we told him of our journey, it sounded more serious than what we went through and what we've been dealing with.
Oh, okay. Great. Another one of those.
Yes. Yes.
Well, we do have to go back and collect our reward.
Right. 2 rewards, actually.
Well, we have to make sure the. Oh wait, the cart did get brought back. Never mind.
As far as we know.
I think we can trust the arch druid. I don't remember his name, but I'll find it somewhere.
I mean, trust is one thing. Physically getting back is another. You never know.
Technically, I could teleport us, but I think I have to have a meeting with the Inquisition first. Yeah, politics.
I have no problem with just walking back.
I think it'll be fine. We literally cleared the trouble in the area.
And the high storm just cleared out.
Exactly.
More than cleared. Let's just be a little bit more. Massacred.
That's true. If anyone has the highest kill count, it is probably this Tempestus.
So I think we're good.
Okay.
I also need to see Vashina because she said she might have something for me. The final piece that I need for one of my spells.
Oh. Oh, that'll be nice.
Yes.
Sarah, is there anything you want to do coming into a city?
She's kind of just looking puzzled around, and while she was kind of trading at the back of the group, just kind of taking in the wonders of such a large city, she's like, I'm a bit overwhelmed, you know? It's like I've spent so much time alone in my hut, kind of getting back into contact with this many people and buildings. Yeah, overwhelming.
What kind of city is this? Like, what's here?
Here, there's a legion here, the Legion of the Written Word. From what I can tell, they're actually quite friendly. I really don't know much about the city besides that. We didn't spend a lot of time here.
The
We were
highest,
in quite a panic the last time.
the highest, what's the highest priest rank?
Here.
For the
My brain's
that guy at the top, and I say that like actually like I'm doing like kind of going between Jade and Fiera. Anyways, the highest guy at the temple, and I kind of point towards the temple.
the High Cleric. Yeah.
The High Cleric here. He brought back. Actually, well, he sent us to go get Arya back the first time she died.
Oh. Well, the reason I'm asking is because, like, if there's a legion here, that means they might have armor.
Oh,
And my armor's all right, but let's be honest, it could be better.
I think we could all agree. Or quieter.
That too.
Better or
Better and quieter.
It would be amazing if you could be quieter.
yeah.
Still got
over
oil
here-
dripping out of it after we tried to lube you up.
I forgot about that.
Oh,
God.
Yeah, they lubed me up when you were gone.
We were desperate. But yeah, Overmere is larger than Delasalis, so there's probably a better armor right here. We can definitely check. We have time. And we saw some cash. There's some cash in the tower.
I have some money.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of cash in the tower.
There's decent amount of cash in the tower. I do want to try to get every diamond I can find in town.
Oh, there's a whole lot of money in the town.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a big emergency fund now.
That will disappear very quickly if we're not careful.
Well, we'll get more cash when we get back to Delasalis. It's fine.
Not as much as that.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. But yeah, let's look around for an armor afterward.
Yeah.
And diamonds.
Okay, I guess what is your plan of action right now?
Wait for the dude. Erwin.
Yeah, I don't know
okay.
how long he said it would take.
Oh,
Yeah.
he said it would take a while, so like an hour.
Oh, I thought it was like a minute. Okay.
Oh, no.
Fiera's just like, dude.
It's like, is he coming back? Did he steal it? Did he run off?
So, do we want to try to go look for some armor?
Yeah. Let's do that. You can ask around.
Okay. Yeah, since you're just kind of spending your time here, you would easily find through asking or just looking that there is indeed a smithy within the Forest Hut Market Plaza called the Burned Bark. And it is owned by what seems to be like a male, very old male Vinthra, which is the combination of an elf and a dwarf, once again. Very thick forearms, though somewhat slender body, though he's like this skinny fat type, where he has like a big bulging belly, and he has this extremely long sideburns. Like his chin is cleanly shaven, just the beard kind of runs down both of his sides, and also has a very long mustache that kind of complements it, almost creating like racing lines down his face. But his hair has already grown quite pale with his age. But yeah, he has an assortment of heavy armors, though he only doesn't seem to deal in magical stuff, but he does offer you either wingmail, chainmail, or plate armor.
Oh, plate. Plate is useful. Do you have like cast off plate armor so it doesn't take me forever to put it back on when needed?
Oh, cost off. I can make you on special. If you wish, well, but it will cost a bit extra, you know.
Well, how much are we looking at, to begin with?
Alright, for standard issue plate armor, military grade, it will run you 2,300 gold.
And how much would it be to get it cast off armor?
That will run you about I would say at about 3,000 gold.
About 3,000 gold, huh? Is that really the best you could do?
Well, lass, either you wanna be protected and by the same time have the availability to cast it off. It's very difficult, Most other armorers, they have to sacrifice some of the defense to make it more mobile so you can take it off easier. I do not do that here. I do expert craftsmanship to ensure that you can get your willy old armor off in time so you can get in bed and put it back on. Meanwhile, protecting you from the front, the back, up and down, left and right, 24/7 while you're wearing this piece of equipment.
And how long would it be before it would be ready?
What, 3,000 gold price? 2 days. I'm currently a bit busy with crafting a lot of armor. A lot of new sellswords have come into town and the military has been requesting a bunch more.
What about like an enchantment that makes plate quiet?
Oh, enchantments, I'm sorry, you're in the wrong place. If you want the same sort of defense, you might have to try and get a sturdier but lighter material. Usually adamantine is one of those, but very rare and very, very costly. Excuse me, I meant mithril, not adamantine. I always confuse those two.
Mithril.
Do you know where that is and how much that is?
Oh, well, the only mine I know that has mithril comes up in Colis. We do get occasional mithril shipments, however they are so rare and few in between, I hardly get my hands on them. And usually they're really sold out to sort of the nobles that make precious armor just as decor for their houses, which is a fucking waste if you ask me. But yeah, that will probably go around in the 5,000 range, or probably even more. For a full plate armor, that's quite expensive. It's hard to forge mithril, it's quite sturdy.
And if I said that I was such noble and I take out my pedigree and I kind of slide it on the counter towards the guy and said I would want such an armor made.
Well,
would that change things a little bit?
I say, I do not get mithril armor. You have to go to the importers that buy them from Colas first hand. I do not have these connections. But if you do get your hands on some mithril, please, I'll be the first person to craft you some armor.
Well, that's very good to know. Thank you.
Of course.
Oddly
feel
enough,
like it's
Sunir was
been-
a good place for that.
I feel like it's been months since I've whipped out the noble card.
I just look at my friends and I say, what do you think? Do you think I should get this or should I wait to try to find something better? This mithril.
I mean, plate seems like a good place to start. And
If
then...
you're gonna wait to find mithril armor,
We might die before.
Yes.
Okay, we'll
the
have to come
thing
back
is-
here in 2 days then.
We can come back. I
We
can
come
teleport
back.
us there.
Yes, and the thing is, sure, plate is not as silent as mithril, but as Fiera and myself get stronger with the arcane arts, I'm sure we can find a solution to enchant it ourselves, or find an enchanter later on that can do the work for us as well. I think
Or
for
go to
now.
Colas.
Excuse me.
Or we could go to Colas as well.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So-
I'm sure we can find a solution later. For now, getting you protected is what matters the most.
So I turn back to the guy. All right. I'm gonna get some plate armor from you that's cast off.
Alright then, we'll order in cast off plate armor very well. Have that done in about 2 days. Come back here and then I shall be waiting for you on the shelf.
Is there a way you can move it up the list and get it done by tomorrow night?
By tomorrow night. Oh. Well, if you got any cash, I can certainly do that.
I'd be willing to pay an extra 500 gold, so 3,500 gold, and I'd pay in advance.
Everyone go. Make a persuasion check.
damn.
27.
It's like... Alright, 500 gold. That's a pretty good deal.
So we have a deal? You'll have it tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'll have it done till tomorrow.
He's just going through his lists of what he can postpone now that he's putting this in front.
There we go.
I mean, money talks.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow night.
Alright.
And he takes the gold.
And what was your name, sir?
My name's Gerudon. Gerudon Schmitzinger.
And what's the name of your shop so I remember exactly where to go, since I'm not from around here?
It's the burnt bark.
Burnt bark?
And I'll just...
That is not what I heard. I heard the bird bark.
Alright, I will be back tomorrow night.
Alright.
Anyway, when he turns around and then starts to gather some iron and put them into the forge to start smelting.
Boom. He's on my setting list. Okay. I need diamonds. I'm gonna go to my diamond guy.
All right.
He can get me what I need.
Okay, you go to him. What was something?
Shoot, right.
Yeah, you go there. You go back to the uncut rack, also owned by a Vinstra, a bit younger than the gentleman you talked to last. As soon as you step in, you can see it's like a small mingling of people and like 2 patrons, and it's still early morning. It's like 10 a.m. at this point. You can see that the guy recognizes you and say, "Ah, what a pleasant surprise. Well, you be lucky to know that the last request you gave me arrived in just this morning."
Well, I'm glad you worked quickly.
Well, business has to flow.
Of course. And just so I have it right, can you remind me your name?
Ah, of course, Winholler Gembeard.
I think I got the second name.
My assistant shall supply you with the name.
Oh, I was so close. All right. Yeah, wonderful. Let me see what you found.
Okay, so we got a fresh, a rather large diamond find, as you requested. It's the biggest one I've had in my store so far, and I really had to fight to get it. So I will unfortunately have to charge a bit extra from what it's worth, but I had to do it to get this diamond. And he kind of plops down a diamond that's like about this big.
Oh God.
Well, okay, I may have over-exaggerated, but it's like this big.
Oh, it's so, yeah. Makes a big difference.
Whew, okay, I almost had a heart attack on my wallet there. Okay. Due diligence. Do you mind if I take a look?
Of course.
Okay, I'll mage hand pick it up because I don't want to put fingerprints on it. And then examine it. I want to make sure this is real.
Yeah, sure. Make an nature check.
Oh, I actually have nature now, so that helps.
25. Oh. Yeah, it's this is a nice specimen of a diamond, probably in the 700 to 800 ish gold worth.
That's better. Yeah, wonderful. You can box it up. I'll definitely be taking it. And then do you have other like assorted smaller diamonds?
No, I had to spend all of my this was the only diamond that was coming in at the moment, since you bought all of the ones I had last time. They don't come in like water. I do must remind you.
Right.
Okay. You don't even have like dust left at all.
I wish, but you need diamonds to do diamond dust.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Do you need some, Israel?
Yeah, I spent all of my diamond dust removing all of the blighting on us.
Oh.
Yes.
I can help with that.
Okay,
okay. Do you happen to have like a jeweler's kit so I can help refine these and polish them and, you know, get them socket and all that stuff?
I mean, for a small price, I can do that for you.
Sure. Yeah, add it in.
Oh, I meant the service of whatever you wish to have the diamond.
Oh, I like to do it myself.
I'm just gonna walk up behind Fiera and whisper, "I can make you tools."
It seems I'll be set.
Back away.
Alright, but I have just this nice deluxe extra starter kit for jewel cutting.
What does it look like?
You see this like super man, the best way I can explain this is, I don't know if you had this in school, but what's it called again? Those things where you can draw a circle.
Yeah.
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 Thing.
Yeah, compass.
Yeah, compass.
Yeah.
And they're always like, you know, maybe in your school you had like one student who had like this super fancy casing with like a leather bound thing, and they had this super nice compass inside of there. And you always wondered like, where the fuck does he get this? And it evokes a similar feeling where it's like this very nice presentation, a nice dark velvet kind of a cushion.
I'm gonna do wisdom save. I don't think Pierre can hold back.
Pierre, do you even know how to use this?
That's not high enough. I'll take it. I can learn. I've kind of learned the basics,
I can
but
teach you if you need me to.
help is always appreciated. But I'll take it for sure.
Very well. I shall put this within the shopping list. Anything else?
I guess anything of interest in the shop that we should be seeing?
Well, we have some. Oh, let me look at what the. Sometimes forget. I put the name.
I don't know what he has besides jewels. So.
Okay.
Now, how much dust do you need per like cast?
100 gold worth each time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can help you with
Yeah.
some of that. Yeah.
I've
I'm on the
spent
tower.
400 gold's worth just helping us, so yeah, I am depleted. I have no more.
Well, these things I can offer is last time I still have my supply of electron heavy storm iron. No one has purchased that yet. I also have accompanying to that now also some tanzanite. These are very fine electrically attuned gems. Not maybe in the realms of a what's it called, lightning chrysalis, but it's the next best thing you can find.
I'm
Works.
eyeing Sarah when he says that.
Yeah, she also kind of perks up. It's like, ooh, I wish I had money. Also, still have some amber gems. They're usually more earth attuned. Some sapphires, the classic for water. Also have still some emeralds left, and some pearls.
And are they the same pearls as before?
No, the last ones I have sold for a bit, and now I have a new fresh assortment.
Okay. I'll take a look.
All right, and you can see that he has a collection of like 5 pearls that are, you know, about like marble sized, very iridescent mixture of colors kind of swirl around, but always in this very silvery, almost so it was like a slight yellowish hue tint to them.
Can't tell if they're worth enough to cast Fortune's Favor.
Which is how much per pearl?
100 gold.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
mhm.
no. Each individual pearl is a little bit too small for that.
Okay. I need to find a pearl supplier. Okay, that's fine. I'll just push them back.
If you wish to set an order, I usually don't pay attention to pearls, but if you need better pearls, please let me know. I can do my best to try and give what you need.
Did you need some, Ezra?
No, I just had a stupid idea, but I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think I could wild shape into a clam and make you pearls, right?
It takes like years. It takes a long time to make a pearl.
Oh my god. It's like the when
my God.
archdudes don't get a job, they just turn into clams and produce
Yes.
pearls. Oh my god.
And you can just hear Iserl thinking aloud and being like, "No, that would be stupid, right? It wouldn't work."
Right.
Just-
She would never say that out loud. Yeah.
Everyone in the store just looks at
Oh,
her.
jeez.
It's like those two other patrons are like,
Okay.
So it is now on my notes. It says skit / Iserel quote. Can I just wild shape into a clam and make you a pearl?
oh my
Oh,
god, that's
that's great.
amazing.
Okay.
Or like
It's
just
gotta
like,
be the episode title.
Yeah, that's what
like
I
make Iserl like a 3D printer.
yeah.
Yep.
Here's a pearl.
That'd be great. Great
Oh
use
my
of power.
gosh.
Yeah. Good
Oh,
thoughts. Okay.
carry on.
Wow. Okay. How much are one of those electric? What were they called? Tanzanites?
Tonight, I have one in store that is worth 300 gold.
Okay. I'll take the pearl. I'll take the kit, and I'll take the Tanzanite, and then. Well, I guess you know what I want: pearls and larger pearls, and more diamonds next time, and I'll keep coming by.
Alright, very well. I shall put it in my order. Excuse me for a second.
Oh man. Wizards have to buy ink, gems, and paper.
Yeah.
All my money goes into those three things.
Here's the thing. I am about to turn myself into a Caleb with a guest of myself and just buy all of the freaking incense for my familiar.
Oh,
If
yeah.
I don't want to spend all of my wild shapes on it.
Well, you get wild shape on short rest still, right? Do they keep that?
Yes, but I can expend a wild shape to make my owl only once per
Mhm.
long rest.
Oh, well,
But
that's still okay.
but the owl stays until I take a long rest. So I could technically like expend a wild shape in the morning when I wake up and then have it all day long.
Yeah.
And take a short rest at some point to regain my wild shapes.
That's
Okay.
not bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So you will pay a total of 1,630. Just take it off.
Okay.
But this is like including the commission fees and stuff. But you get 725 gold worth of a diamond.
Oh, I gotta write that down. Hold.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, that's
First, what was the price? 1,630.
right. Yes.
Okay. That's 163 platinum. Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, 725 gold worth diamond. A 300 gold worth tanzanite. And wait, did you buy the pearls or not?
No, I can't use them, so.
Yeah, and then for the very exquisite jeweler's kit. Oh, you don't have to. That's just the price.
Yep, jeweler's kit. Fancy jeweler's kit.
Extremely fancy jeweler's kit.
Okay. I will toss the Zanzanite to Sarah. This is for you.
Oh, are you sure? You spent quite a bit of money there.
Let's just say I heard good things about you.
And you kind of saved our lives. So,
That's
my
yeah, you
life at
helped.
least.
Well, I deeply appreciate this. Definitely don't take this for granted.
Of course, no problem. Okay, I'm shopped out. Anybody else see anything?
I don't think so.
Okay. I guess where do we want to stay? I'd prefer to summon the tower. We could actually probably stay in the defense grounds. I'm sure I could probably get us a little space. It'd be safe there. And if Godric is available, he can just come to the tower.
Your tower is still currently up in Delasolis, though, right?
And it's got that
No.
anti-teleportation
No.
thing.
I have to resummon the tower, but I will put a barrier up. Unfortunately, it only lasts 24 hours, so that was gone a couple days ago.
I mean, it would be best if we can stay in something familiar.
Mhm. Okay, I'll start leading them to the defense grounds.
Yep. You walk your way there. It's now probably at this point of time after walking so much, kind of like noonish. And as you get there, you can see the familiar barracks and study kind of enclosures that combine the military and martial prowesses from the Crusader Legion with the arcane gifted scribing capabilities and influences that were probably brought and taught onto them by Zephyrus. And as you kind of enter, you do get approached by one of the light captains who kind of recognizes you. You can see she's a, younger, high elven individual. She's quite tall, actually, probably around 6'5", wearing kind of a mixture of like half plate and then a long cloak draped to one side that goes all the way down. She has a book that is kind of attached in the inner pocket of her shield, with a sword and a dagger underneath that. Has extremely flowing long hair and like a very weird wizardish cap on her head that kind of half folds to one side and then is kind of twirled around and bends backwards, so it's not like the full pointy hat, but it's kind of like a half version of that. As she kind of approaches you and says, hello, I've been half expecting you. The High Cleric has told me that he was expecting some company from a party of 4, though you seem to be 5, but I assume you are the Fate Weavers?
The ones and only.
Yes.
Alright, well, I am here to inform you that the presence of the High Cleric unfortunately will not be available for quite some time. He's busy undergoing several War Council meetings with the Chamber of Dukes. Accompanying him are all other high members of the military ranks from Azathia, and also Zephyrus is included within this meeting as they're discussing the future developments of the alliance that we have undergone with Canaan for now.
That seems a bit more important than what we have to talk about.
When she says that everyone, like the Chamber of Dukes and all that, is in a meeting with the High Cleric and Zephyrus, Isara is gonna kind of walk to the side a little bit and separate herself a little bit, but not too far. Hold on. Oh no, it's not gonna work. Never mind. I didn't say anything. She stays there. Don't listen to me. I did nothing. It's all good.
Okay.
Sorry. Had to double check a thing before I talk.
Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we're trying to find information We could head to the archive, but it's a couple days away. But it's about something that might not even be in there. An individual. I guess, do you have someone here that knows the history of Azathia?
Oh, we have quite a few scribes amongst our ranks. We could try and inquire and also send a study request to the Inquisition if we don't find anything on our own hand.
Do they have a library here?
We have a section of library for our trainees, though they more deal with the arcane arts and less about the history, as we are still the main defense of Overmere and surrounding regions. So, as much as we might be curious about our history, it will not help us in defending against demon attacks.
You mentioned the Inquisition. Is there a high-rank officer of the Inquisition here in Overmere?
Yes, there. I believe there should be one in each capital city of Azathia.
Would you are they in the meeting with everyone else currently, or could I inquire for a meeting with them, a private meeting with them?
A private meeting. Ooh, that might be hard. Was quite hard to reach, but I
understand.
I can inquire.
Yes, if you could tell them that it's for Isarel Leafina concerning Arya Einsight. That might help.
Alright. I'll take a note out and jot it off.
Thank you so much. And I understand they are busy and all that. I'm just, while we're in town, I might as well inquire.
Of course. Well.
Well, actually, I was wondering, do you have news on the war? Specifically against Tellus?
Tellus? Not really. There have been few major changes now. We have gotten a direct call from the Supreme Pontiff that is requesting an alliance with Azathia, which was a bit unexpected. However, they have now come to see the greatest threat that the now named Holy Blood Legion poses, and as such, the meeting now concerns the joint warfare against the Holy Blood Legion, and one of the own personal legions from the capital is now being sent to deal with it in alliance with one of our own battalions of Azathia.
An individual or a group is coming to help?
Oh, no, it's the entire 11th Legion of the Holy Religious and the one of our own battalions. If I remember correctly, it's the Blooming Orchard Battalion.
Interesting. Okay. Yes, I'm kind of surprised. We were in Sunanir. We saw what the Legion was doing. We've somewhat been working against them and unraveling their plot. Why weren't we invited?
Well, not to Be rude? I don't know. I also am not part of this meeting. Seems like only the higher ups of great importance have been selected there. It's mainly concerning the world leaders at the moment.
I suppose that's how things go. Well, do you mind if we stay here for a bit? If I construct an area for us to rest, we want to make sure we're somewhere safe. Maybe just for a day or two.
Sure. The High Cleric has informed me that you have your own ways of occupation and stay, and that we will make a space for you so that you can rest comfortably.
Oh, okay, wonderful. And your name was, Captain?
My name is Ranali Vogem. Captain Ranali Vogem.
Of course. I'm not going to type a word. It's just not going to happen. It's
actually quite easy.
I had it almost down to the letter.
Yeah, I think just who's the accent is definitely
the accent really just
The accent killed me.
Okay. Okay. Do I have any other questions?
Well, concerning the only thing we know about Tellus is what is happening at the Helios Gate. We have no updates. It seems to be a dark area there. However, we have found that through observation of one of the warships from the Holy Blood Legion, they have went into the area or borders of Tellus and were attacked by a naval fleet from Tellus. So something unpredicted has occurred there, but we do not know what the extent of this conflict has been.
Right. So the questions of why would the Unholy Blood Legion send a ship there? I kind of knew they weren't working together.
Well, from the observations we had is because the main seat of who we believe to be the leader of the Holy Blood Legion, which is of Friedrich Septimus, whose seat is within Konarkov Castle, and that is quite close to the Valerian trade routes that also cross into the Tellus border. We are estimating that the ship may have gone off course and triggered a violent action from the Tellus military fleet, though we do not know if they had any ambitious goal other than returning back to the Konarkov Castle.
I heard sailing's overrated, so that makes sense.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. And you don't happen to have access to the teleport sigil of Zelna's castle, do you? I'm trying to find a way home.
Oh, no. We do not have a direct connection to Zelna's castle from us.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that's enough for now. Well, let me know where the area is and we'll get set up.
Alright, follow me. And she basically brings you to one of the corners of where also the kind of barracks are, just here next to one of the gates, so you can easily enter and exit the facilities as you wish. And as you get there, it's a nice open space. The defense grounds itself seems to be quite spacious. So what do you do?
Step one, I'll put up private sanctum. 100 by 100 by 100 by 100 is gonna be gigantic, bigger than it needs to be. But it's just specifically gonna prevent divination. I'll allow teleports and plane travel and everything else. This can't divine inside nor sensors inside, can't target the people inside, all that fun stuff.
Mm.
So that goes up, and then I'll summon the tower, as big as it gets. And I'll use the stone in the courtyard so it blends in.
Yep. Yeah, it just looks like a military watchtower now. It's just sitting there.
Yep.
Literally was. Are you putting the observatory back?
Yeah, I'll put that up top.
Yep, then literally looks like a watchtower.
It's that observatory is pretty much Isorel's little corner.
Yep, huddle corner.
Alright, mark those off. Goodbye 6, goodbye 4.
5 levels. 5 stories.
Yeah. It gets bigger every level. Although there's a maximum, like, unless I want to pay a lot of gold to add rooms.
Yeah.
One day.
This large tower erects itself in the middle, well, not middle, but at the edge of the defense grounds. So what's the plan, people?
Whew. That's a good question. What do we want to do?
Isorel's gonna walk into the tower and be like, "Home sweet home," and just plop onto the ground for a minute.
Do we want to eat something? Do you have stuff for dumplings still?
I think a lot of the food's probably getting older. Maybe.
I'll go into the kitchen to see if there's anything usable for dumplings.
Go inside. The food here seems to have already grown quite stale and already rotted. Unfortunately, the extra dimensional space doesn't keep it refrigerated or longer lasting. It's
Yeah,
still...
we might need new rations. It's been a while since we got fresh stuff.
We might just need to go to the market and find some fresh ingredients. Couple gold is not going to kill us to have a freaking good meal after the couple days we had.
We deserve it, for sure.
Can you have Glamour clean out the mess while we're gone?
Oh, God. I think I need to... I forgot one. I might need a life chrysalis to bring him back. I don't really know, because he hasn't pooped away. Do you mind if I borrow it?
He hasn't pooped
well,
away?
He hasn't been destroyed in his new form yet. So the bees attacking him were the first time, so I'm hoping he comes back normally. But I don't know.
We'll try.
Okay. Yeah, I'll prepare.
He's
Find
like our
Glamour.
mascot.
Right, and he also has my clothes. Yeah, I guess I'll try to use Find Familiar to bring him back, and
Do you have,
hopefully it's him.
do you have the material components for Find Familiar?
I do. It is just
It's incense. It's
I
10
don't
gold
have a
worth
lot.
of incense.
Yeah, I have 2, maybe 3 summons left. Don't have a lot. I'm looking. I have so much stuff on my list here. Ink pen,
Yeah.
incense. There it is. I have 3 amounts, so I will knock off 1.
Alright. Then as you burn the incense and the scent covers the air. So we're gonna end today's session. Who knows, maybe we're gonna summon his sister. Plot twist.
Oh.
Holy shit, why is she there all of a sudden? Since when does he have a sister? I'm just joking. But yeah, maybe there are different consequences. Maybe just a normal familiar will appear. And
That'd
Glamour
be so sad.
That
It's
would be
gone.
really sad. Glamour's like our
Forever.
mascot.
Hmm.
gone forever.
Yeah.
The ether.
Well, right now I do have my little owl on my shoulder.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We have that, and we have Gustulu.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It takes up whatever form he wants to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, camel or a mastiff.
Yep, that's all the forms we need.
Yep,
I
I need to find a name to my owl. He doesn't have a name.
Viewers, comment your suggestions.
There we go.
on help us
Oh,
save the
wow.
owl.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah.
And please, like and subscribe.
Man, they're doing a way better job than I am. Thank you. Yeah, the one viewer that is actually seeing this part of the video, leave your suggestion for a tiny owl. Any suggestion?
Because right now the only name I have in head is the name of a Pokemon, so it doesn't work.
I mean, you can.
Owlet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, just so for their sake.
Oh, yes.
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 It's got purple eyes.
It's a
Yep.
tiny ball of fluff with purple eyes.
Yeah. Thank you,
It's
Wake.
super
Pretty
cute.
cute. Yeah, yeah.
It's really cute. A cute little bugger ball. Yeah. This was a comparatively relaxing episode once again after all of the stress you've been going through. Compared to the stress, like prepping for this session was like, oh my god, such a headache. Which, if just watching it doesn't make sense, but I was like, what are they going to do?
We go
where
shopping.
are they going to go?
It could have just been
Stop it.
4 hours of talking with the devil.
Yeah,
It could have
Yeah.
been.
it could have. I was
100%.
like, Jesus Christ, what is
I
it?
And
thought we
then-
might go to the cave too. I wasn't sure what you guys wanted to do.
You know, it could have been the caves. It could have been talking for 4 hours with the devil, and we
Mhm.
just started the session, been like, nah, f this, just walked away and went shopping.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that is just hard to predict. Making it
When we have safe places to go to, we need to use them.
Yes.
Yep.
yeah.
I mean, something isn't do this right now or tomorrow that world will end. We gotta go shopping.
And here's
Well-
the thing.
I needed the new armor, guys.
Yeah.
We are 72 sessions down into this campaign, and we are starting to learn to slow down and take our chances at resting.
Yeah.
But that's not the worst. It's 72 session, and I don't know how many more in the first campaign we played together that ultimately ended in our death on a ship because we didn't
Oh.
look in the water.
Yeah.
Thank you for your leap.
Definitely.
I was also worried that for a while, like if we don't do anything about the Blood Legion, does it just go on a rampage?
Oh,
it
it's
felt
going
like
to
for a
get worse.
while it was up to us,
You
but
can't.
now we see that everybody else cares.
You can't just ignore things. It gets worse.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty big threat. They definitely won't just stand there idly.
And he's
watching.
gonna come back for his great sword. I just know it.
Oh, he will.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, to see if Fiera accidentally summons the Light Commander from the 12th Legion instead of Glamour. Wow, that'd be a plot twist. Glamour was the Light Commander all this time? What?
I mean,
Jeez.
I feel better if he's summoned where we are, surrounded by a legion, than
True, then
anywhere else, I guess.
a Light Commander versus Light Commander fight would go on. However, he has been...
Oh, I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, we just kind of like back away.
Yeah, we just
Mhm.
let it. We just let them hash it out,
Just let it
Dragon
happen.
Ball Z style. You know.
Yeah,
I hate to
the
say
city
it,
gets
but
destroyed.
I would want to be like observing and like watching everything and taking notes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like just have like a notepad. How are they
Yeah.
fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
It has to be cool. Yeah.
yeah, well, danger zone's pretty damn big if you're gonna be standing next to two light commanders hashing it out. Yeah. So more of that, not next week. Oh, whoa, potentially next week. Well, for the viewers, it most likely will be next week. So yeah, that's all from us today, and we'll see you guys next episode. Bye.